Okay, and we are live. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Stuart here from Spain Speaks with this evening's live stream, 7:34 p.m. It is the 5th of December, heading into a public holiday week here in Spain. Tomorrow, the 6th, the public holiday, of course, and also the 8th of December, another public holiday. So lots of people on the road or in planes or on trains heading to their holiday destination, which is one of the biggest holidays of the year, probably equivalent to Thanksgiving in the United States, I would say. The 6th and 8th of December holiday week, or whenever the days fall. Now, straight into the news today, and the first story here, the government is reiterating about the amnesty and how good it is for Spain, and apparently now it is in line with EU values, according to Spain's new Justice Minister. The Spanish government plans to use a contested law granting amnesty to Catalan separatists to quell the independence conflict, Justice and Presidency Minister Felix Bolaños told Politico. If in Brussels the feeling is that the Catalan issue had almost been forgotten, it is precisely thanks to the policies of the government of Prime Minister Sánchez to tackle with politics, with dialogue, with courage the issue, Bolaños said in an interview with Brussels Playbook during a trip to Brussels last week. Now Bolaños added, "We want to take the definitive step for this new stage in Catalonia." So Pedro Sánchez's pitbull minister, Felix Bolaños, trying to put the case forward in Europe, because there is some talk that maybe Europe is not 100% on board with this amnesty here in Spain, given the amount of people that are against the amnesty here. We saw yesterday that some 60% of even El País readers are not in favour of it, thinking that it will give them less opportunities, less equality. So Mr. Bolaños out there spreading the government propaganda around Europe. Just my opinion, of course. Another one here, and the second piece of news, and Telefonica, one of Spain's biggest companies, has announced thousands of job cuts, and they're going to lay off 1/4 of its labour in Spain. Telefonica has announced that it will cut around 5,100 jobs in Spain by 2026 to reduce costs and adapt the company's size to the current market, writes Reuters, citing a UGT union spokesman. The job cuts, revealed to unions on Monday, will affect all of the company's activities in Spain. Another union source told AFP they will be implemented gradually between now and 2026. According to the source, Spain's largest telecom company employs about 21,000 people in its home country, Spain, while its global workforce is over 103,000. So there we go, 5,100 jobs, 1/4 of the labour force of Telefonica here in Spain. Don't worry, they won't be put in the street with nothing. They'll bargain the layoff agreement, probably around, according to people that I know that work for Telefonica that are rubbing their hands hoping that they'll be in the next one. They reckon that it'll be around maybe 70% of the current salary for workers over the age of 55 and over, I think. People born in 1968 and below, around 70% of current salary until retirement age, I think. At least that's what I was told the other day, but don't quote me on that. So as I said, they're not going to be cut from the company and left to make a living somewhere else. No, they'll sit back with 70% of their current salary, probably playing golf, a lot of the people, if they are golfers, of course. Another one here, and yesterday this news broke that two CNI agents, the spy agency here in Spain, have been arrested for leaking secret information to none other than the United States. The two agents of the National Intelligence Center, the CNI, have been arrested in recent weeks for an alleged crime of theft of secret information. Sources familiar with the case have confirmed to El País. An investigating judge in Madrid has already opened proceedings for the leak of classified information to the United States, according to El Confidencial. For her part, the Minister of Defence, Margarita Robles, confirmed the opening of the legal proceedings and stressed that the complaint to the court has been filed by the intelligence service itself. Robles declined to give further details, arguing that the case has been declared secret. So there we go. Strange piece of news here. Spanish secrets being leaked to the United States. And it's been a rough couple of years for the CNI, I was going to say CSI, but CNI here in Spain, the National Intelligence Centre. A rough couple of years. Remember last year or the year before, they had a spy software problem with the Pegasus software in people's phones. Prime Minister Sanchez apparently had that software in his phone, and who knows what some of the discussions that he had with people were, and other countries, of course, getting that information. And now the United States, they're the recipients, of that secret information, and subsequently 2 spies being sacked. Another piece of news here, and it is that Facebook, the owner of Meta, faces a 600 million euro lawsuit or dollar lawsuit from Spanish media. A group representing 83 Spanish media outlets has filed a 550 million euro or $600 million lawsuit against Facebook, the owner of Meta Platforms, citing unfair competition in the advertising market in a case that could be replicated across the European Union. The AMI Media Association said in a statement on Monday the lawsuit was filed collectively by the newspapers with a commercial court on Friday and alleged Meta, MET.O, on the stock market violated EU data protection rules between 2018 and 2023. The newspapers argue that Meta's massive and systematic use of personal data of its Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp platform users gives it an unfair advantage of designing and offering personalized ads, which they say constitutes unfair competition. So this is an interesting case, and we'll see if it does go Europe-wide. But Spanish media fed up with being left out of important revenue, advertising revenue, because it's all going to companies like Google and Meta, as we know, because they have more personalized ads. And when people are advertising, companies are advertising, they prefer to personalize an ad, and that's what Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all of those companies involved there, YouTube as well, offer. Unlike newspapers, where they just put an ad in a newspaper and it didn't matter whether it was targeted to you or not. But advertisers, of course, wanting more refined advertising, more direct advertising, and that's why it's so successful, I think. But Spanish media not happy, and we'll see if they get $600 million or 550 million euros out of this lawsuit, or whether Meta comes to an agreement maybe. I don't know. Time will tell. And the final piece of news here, and good news for Madrid Formula One fans, and it is that the Spanish Formula One Grand Prix will move from Barcelona to Madrid. IFEMA, it's an area here in Madrid where they host events, will have a race from 2026 onwards. Madrid will have a Formula One race from 2026. Imminently, it will be confirmed that the capital will once again see the single-seaters roll 4 decades after the last event in 1981 at the old Jarama circuit. Now it will be around IFEMA and Valdebebas, where the most important motor racing competition on the planet will put on its show in a semi-urban event with the limits of the capital itself. So there we go. IFEMA, it's sort of like a, I can't remember, it's like an events where if you have like a convention or some type of big fair, that's where you hold it here in Madrid. And obviously they're taking over the Formula One. I think Barcelona or Catalonia is still trying to keep a Formula One. I remember the heydays here in Spain. There were around 3 or 4 Grand Prix going at some time there, or at least 2 or 3, I think. And also if you include MotoGP Grand Prix, there was a lot of them. Valencia had a Grand Prix back in the day before the Valencian government went bankrupt, and Catalonia has held on to its Grand Prix. I think there was even the Catalan Grand Prix and also a Spanish Grand Prix, both held in Catalonia, but don't quote me on that. Now, that's the end of the news. We're going to go into the comment section now. The first comment that I have is from Chrissy about the subject that we spoke about yesterday, Nolotil. And Chrissy says that she was prescribed that for back pain but didn't take it. It killed 2 people that she knows. This is the controversy around surrounding this drug here in Spain. Apparently there is no controversy as far as Spanish officials are concerned, completely safe, but some British groups and Northern European groups beg to differ with the Spanish government, and they're trying to get it banned. As I said yesterday, it's been on sale here in Spain since 1969, so over 50 years, 54 years to be exact. And it is the number 1 selling drug in Spain. I can't remember the exact figures, but millions and millions of units sold. And as I said, quite readily handed out by doctors or prescribed by doctors here in Spain for certain things. But as we saw, people in the UK have died from this. Britons in Spain have died from this in recent times. And there has been a campaign for the last 5 or 6 years, I think, to try and ban it here in Spain, but so far not successful. Valerie, also on the same topic, lived in Spain for 20 years, returning to the UK 5 years ago. I remember being warned about Nolotil quite a few years ago as it could be detrimental to health. There we go. So even Valerie here was warned about it, but still readily available here. Apparently prescription only, that's the official word from the government, but a newspaper the other day, or whenever they did their report, managed to get their hands on a couple of packets over the counter. So not sure what's going on there, but you can't even get paracetamol or strong paracetamol over the counter anymore. So it's not that easy to get drugs, or at least at my local pharmacy that is. But maybe in some other parts of Spain it's easier. Don't know. It would depend on the pharmacy, I imagine. Another one here from Mellow Yellow. How do I join the community section? Enjoy your channel very much. Well, the community section is on the normal page, I think. I think if you just go to the Spain Speaks YouTube page, look at the tabs at the top, and you'll see videos, home, all of those things, and you'll see one that says community, and that's where I post the polls and surveys and other things that I put out there for the community to answer, to get some feedback. And I think it's important to get people's feedback and get an idea of what people think about certain topics. And I put one up about 30 minutes ago. So if you go to the community section, you will see that recent poll. So please give us your input. Give us your input on that. Another one here from Joy. In central Spain, it's just a downpour sometimes, but in Galicia, it can drizzle for days, creating the art of Santiago de Compostela. Thanks for everything. Hugs, Joy. Yeah, I mentioned this yesterday also about the persistent rain that some parts of the UK often get. And the north of Spain, I didn't mention this yesterday, but Joy points it out, the north of Spain has similar weather conditions. Drizzles a lot, also storms come through, of course, but here in the center of Spain, when it rains hard normally. Some days you might get a day of persistent rain, but not normally the case. You'll get a downpour, a little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud, downpour, and sometimes heavy downpours, which we have had in recent times. But we don't get that constant drizzle that you get in northern European countries. Another one here from Ed. Anyone remember the Spanish cooking oil scandal of the early 1980s? It was all a bit mysterious, but there was a claim that door-to-door salesmen had sold contaminated cooking oil all over and made many people ill. Yeah, thanks for that. This story goes back to 1981, and obviously on the back of the story that we saw yesterday about that adulterated oil being found here in Spain, people putting together a cheap oil, adulterating it and putting it into bottles and selling it for a premium price, an extra virgin olive oil price. That was not the case. But luckily, Spain's civil guard and the Italian equivalent were on the case and busted the gang. And Ed's right. Back in 1981, there was a case involving what they call here aceite de colza. COLZA, translates to English to canola oil or rapeseed oil, and some 300 people died back in the day. Many more left seriously ill, and according to the victims of that dodgy oil, some 5,000 people have died since 1981 as a result of that contaminated oil, toxic oil. The story is, apparently, from what I've been able to read on the internet, that oil was shipped in from, they think, the United States. Somebody got hold of it, doctored it, adulterated it, turned it into what they were selling as olive oil, and but they put a poison in there, or something happened to the quality of the oil, and it became toxic. And it was originally sold in Madrid, but spread all around the country because it was cheap oil. And here, if you've got cheap oil and people think that it's good quality, they will buy it because people are always looking for a bargain. So that's the issue. But unfortunately, as I said, according to the victims group, some 5,000 people have passed away as a result, 300 back in 1981, I believe, and many thousands more left permanently damaged because of this toxic oil, which managed to get into the market back in 1981. No word that what was found yesterday was toxic. It was just cheaper, inferior oils, I think, that had been, as I said, adulterated but not made toxic, put into expensive bottles and shipped off to other markets around the world. So that's what we're dealing with when it comes to oil, and especially with the expensive prices. Another one here from Piston. Greetings from the very wet Pacific Northwest. Can you ship me some Spanish sun? Anyway, about that oil crisis, avocado oil works very well, but I haven't seen or heard about avocados or avocado oil in Spain or Europe. How would you feel if your excavator mechanic refers to your excavator's hydraulic oil as food grade? Did the thought make you queasy like it does me? I can't wait to visit Spain, says Piston. Another oil put forward here, avocado oil. And to be honest, I haven't really seen it in many on many supermarket shelves. No doubt that you can buy it because avocados are grown here in Spain. Malaga province, I think, grows avocados, and maybe the Canary Islands as well, but don't quote me on that. But I haven't really seen a lot of avocado oil being sold. Maybe you have to go to a specialist shop, got no idea, but people are looking for alternatives, and maybe avocado oil could be an alternative to olive oil, which, as we said, is very expensive at the moment. Another one here from I to B. In the States, the Miami Herald News headline read 68,000 gallons, 257,408 litres of fake olive oil seized in Spain, cops say. I wonder about the accuracy of the article. Yeah, not sure if it's about the accuracy of the article that you read, or the accuracy of the article that I mentioned yesterday, which said 5,000 litres. So I investigated, as I obviously would, and I found two articles here. The top one is from the Miami Herald, and the bottom one is from the Guardian. So we can see the Miami headline saying 68,000 gallons of fake inedible oil seized in Spain, cops say, 11 arrested. So the 11 arrested part is true. The inedible olive oil part is also true, I think. I'm not sure whether it's inedible, but it is inferior quality. And below we see the Guardian headline, Police in Spain and Italy seize 5,000 litres of adulterated olive oil in raids. And every newspaper here in Spain quoted 5,000 litres, not the amount that you quoted here, 68,000 gallons or 257,000 litres, 5,000 according to Spanish and European press. So somebody's got the numbers wrong, or maybe they're talking about a different case. I've got no idea. But that's what you can read nowadays in the press. You always have to check the facts, basically. Thank you for that. Now, we're going to go into the chat section in just a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to change the backdrop. And today, again, I will put the backdrop here before I sit in front of it. And we can see this is sent in from Lewis, and it is the city of Leon, I think, in the north of Spain. He said Leon. I'm not sure if it's the city or the province, but anyway, it's in the north of Spain. And a nice picture here of some type of church or hermitage or whatever that is, and a dog in the middle of the frame also. Thanks, Lewis, for sending that one through. And I'll just put it onto the backdrop here now. Bear with me. There we go. So if you've got a similar picture to this one that you would like to see on the backdrop, the email address is this one here, spainspeaks@gmail.com. Or if you would like to send through an article, for example, the one about Telefonica, Paul Gerard brought my attention to that. Thanks very much for that, Paul. And that's the email address if anybody else wants to bring something to my attention or has a pic of Spain that they would like to see on the backdrop here behind me. Also, the like icon is going on the screen. If you haven't hit it yet, we're currently at like number 76. So if you hit that like button below the video, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube watching the video, you'll see a like button. Do us a favor and hit it, please. Also, to people that have supported the channel in recent times, I've just seen a super chat come up on the screen, so I'll get to that in a minute. But many thanks for the super thanks, super chat, super sticker, whatever you want to do on the live streams or on the videos. You can contribute. People that have bought me a coffee in recent times, many thanks for that. People that have bought me a bottle of wine, fantastic. And with Christmas just around the corner, it'll come in handy an extra bottle of wine or two. Thank you very much. And longer term supporters there on Patreon as well. Can't forget you guys. Very important, the support, as I said yesterday. Now into the chat section I'm going to go. I'll find the super chat first, which was from Richard, regular viewer Richard. Number one fan, according to the emoji here. Thank you very much, Richard, for that. £10. Great. Thank you very much. And Richard follows up with a question here. Good evening. Hope everyone is well. Missed a couple of live streams, but caught up now. Stu, have you tried many wines from Somontano? As far as I know, it's the only region in Spain that produces, I'm not sure there, but probably a certain type of grape, right? Yeah, I have tried wines from Somontano. In the province of Aragon, you will find Somontano. Aragon actually has other good wine areas as well. There's a city or a small town called Ateca, which has good wine. I can't remember what the grape is. I think Grenache, I think, is the grape that comes, that the wine being made there is used with. And also Somontano, which is, I think maybe it's in Huelva, but don't quote me on that, but it is higher up, I think. Also some decent wines coming out of there, and yes, to answer the question, if I haven't done so, I have tried them. I've tried most of the wine areas around the country, to be honest, Richard, and some I like more than others, but it's always a personal taste, of course. Thanks for the contribution, of course, also. Sani coming in, saying hello to everyone. The other comment that I can see, Andrew's saying here that as far as he knows, Somontano is only produced in the province of Huesca. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's the region there, the Somontano. It's like a what they call here the denomination of origin, like Rioja or Ribera del Duero. I think Somontano, you'll see it on the bottle down below. That's the wine-producing area, and in that area there, which is close to the Pyrenees, just south, as Andrew points out. Not bad wines, not bad. Andrew also saying hello, and from a cold and miserable London southeast, hoping everyone's well. James and Kathy coming in from Worcester, enjoying a tasty drop of Rioja, Altos de la Guardia, Crianza 2020, 2020. They say. Fantastic. Glad to see that you are enjoying it. Paul Gerard coming in from Germany, Alemania. 5 degrees Celsius there today. Much warmer than of late. Almost tempted to get my summer clothes out. Yeah, that's right. 5 degrees. We only got up to about 9 degrees Celsius here, and it was, for me, it was chilly. So you guys in Germany doing it tough with the cold temperatures. And I think I saw Munich the other day on the TV, completely snowed under. And thanks, Paul, for that article and the other one that you sent through also. Andrew saying something wrong, not rain today. And there we go, not rain today in the UK. Bronny is having a birthday. Congratulations, Bronny. Happy birthday to you. 3 degrees there, bit chilly also in South Wales. Enjoying the live stream. Thanks, Bronny, for that. Alan's back. Haven't seen Alan for a while since he went back to the States. Haven't seen him in the chat section, but again, he is here. Just scheduled for the surgery in February. Apparently now knee replacement is outpatient, no hospital stay. Good news, Alan, right? You'll be able to get your knee done and head straight home on crutches or a wheelchair, I imagine. John coming in from the UK. Christmas decorations are up. Hoping that everyone's well. Tony's coming in from a wet and dull UK. Hope you sorted your son's passport out. Yes, did Tony. I got another appointment for today, which was almost a miracle. Even the copper couldn't believe that we were back 2 days in a row. He thought we'd rorted the system or something, but no, we got a legal appointment, went back and got the passport. I've got it in my possession now. The good thing about Spanish passports, apart from being cheap compared to an Australian passport, my last Australian passport cost me about 300 euros. This one was 30 euros, and you get it in 30 minutes, whereas the Australian passport, I think it took me about 4 weeks. Obviously, I'm doing it internationally, but I think even in Australia, it's not an automatic process. I think you have to wait for it to be sent in the mail. But here in Spain, you go in and get your passport, sit down, hand your photo over, do your fingerprints, and the guy says, go and wait 5 minutes and I'll call you when it's ready. And bang, you've got it. Fantastic. And 30 euros. Couldn't believe it. What else? Richard's also saying here that I think this is a wine, is it? I can't pronounce that word, but apparently it's pronounced the Gewürztraminer. Was actually a favourite of our late Queen. It's a spicy and aromatic wine. If you are not familiar with it, cheers. Well, if it was a favourite of the late Queen, maybe it's a decent drop. I'm sure she had good taste when it comes to vino. Old Queen Elizabeth, I'm sure. Stephen coming in from Torrevieja. Pleasant day there with plenty of sunshine, cooling down now. It's the nighttime temperatures, right, Stephen? Those are the ones that can get you after those sunny days. Gigi coming in from Surprise, Arizona. I'm always surprised at some of the names that they've named places in the States, right? Surprise. Surprise. Where are you from? I'm from Surprise. Surprise. North of Phoenix, lovely December day, temperatures of 28 degrees Celsius. Well, I suppose with those temperatures, it is a warm surprise, right, Gigi? Good to see you. Marianne coming in from also the US of A. Saying hello to myself and the community. Thanks for all the good information from Spain. Gracias from California, says Marianne. Thanks, Marianne, for that. Janet coming in from Oxford, regular viewer, hoping everyone is well. Thanks, Janet. Jonathan coming in from Uruguay. Also asking, what's up, everybody? What's happening? Jacques coming in from South Africa. Hot day today there, 33 degrees Celsius, coming into summer, if not already in summer. I think it's... in Australia, summer's already hit the 1st of December, so I imagine South Africa is the same. Awaiting some much-needed rain in the next few days. Hope you get it, Jacques. Hope you get it. What else? Pamela coming in from San Juan. I think that's where Pamela comes in from. Good to see you, Pamela. Kirk coming in from Florida. Made it to another live stream. Good to see you, Kirk. Glad to see that you found the time to make it this evening. Or in your time, probably the afternoon sometime maybe. Gordon, hi and all from Harlech. And believe it or not, a dry and bright day, counting down the days until we can return to, what's that place there? Liebert, Spain in February. Thanks, Gordon, for that. Hope all goes well with your trip back. Sam coming in from a wet and chilly Seville. Sam sent through the photo yesterday, I think it was, also on today's thumbnail. Ivana saying here that Spain equals the Habsburgs. Don't know what that means. Faith coming in from Baza up in the mountains. Baza, I think that would be in Spanish. Baza or Baza. Dry and cold. Thanks, Faith. Barbara Playa Flamenca also sent in a photo the other day, did Barbara. 3 photos actually Barbara sent through, so we'll get around to seeing those in upcoming live streams. What else we got going on here? What else? Ross coming in from Valencia, 16 there today. Bit chilly for Valencia, I reckon, 16. You've got to factor in the humidity there. Marco coming in from Portugal, saying hello. Cold there also. Cold there also. What else we got going on here? Renan coming in from Madrid. Renan's still in Madrid, visiting family, I believe. Victoria coming in from Portimao, down there in the south of Portugal, in the Algarve region. Hola, boa noite. Thanks, Victoria, for that. Marco also saying here, forget about the worries about Nolotil. There's thousands of other big pharma drugs that promote side effects so simple. Don't take them. Best regards, Marco. Yeah, it's probably good advice, Marco. Try to keep off the drugs if you can. Bag of Bones. Any opinion on the real estate site Idealista? Yeah, Bag of Bones. It's the #1 real estate portal here in Spain, and if not other countries as well. I know it has a big presence in Portugal, and for a lot of people, it's the only place they look, whether they're looking to buy, whether they're looking to rent. So it has really dominated the market ever since it came online, probably around 20 years ago. It's one of the first, I think, and therefore has become one of the biggest. And I think you can get fairly decent information off Idealista. I think you can. Andrew reaffirms that. Used it several times, and the biggest online property site, and gives a huge selection of properties. There we go. That sums it up fairly well. Stephen coming in from England or Wales, I think Stephen comes in from. Sorry, the United Kingdom, not England. Good to keep up the work. Keep up the work, Stuart. A couple of wines there. Thank you very much for that, Stephen. What else? Let's have a look. Quicksilver merch is back, says Diffie. Where is it, Diffie? Where is it? Where's that Quicksilver merch, mate? Where is it, mate? What else we got going on here? Let's have a look. Debbie saying that it's the most cozy job in Telefonica. A lifelong ticket, terrible for the economy. Yeah, Telefonica is one of these companies, isn't it, that has had a long history in Spain. Obviously, the national telephone company before it was privatized back in the 1990s, probably. And that's when things really got shaken up in Telefonica, because it was a huge, bloated company when it was under state control. It became privatized, and they got rid of thousands of people. One of my best friends here in Spain, his father pre-retired at the age of 52 with 100% of his salary. He was an engineer for Telefonica, so he has lived with a great salary of increasing with inflation over the years. And he's now, I think, 80. So he's been retired for the last, well, do the maths on that one there, but a long time. Thanks to Telefonica. And a lot of other people as well. There was also people working in smaller companies that were associated with Telefonica. Hugely bloated, and Telefonica would argue that it still is, and that's why they want to get rid of those 5,000 people, shake up the workforce. The thing is that those jobs will never come back. Telefonica, I believe, has a habit, like many companies here in Spain, of not employing people. They go to temp companies, and that's basically where that company's at the moment, trying to compete in that very competitive market. Dr. Andres saying here that Germany is in economic trouble. What will those countries that depend so much on their support? How much will Spain suffer? Well, the old saying, Andres, is that when Germany, I think it's when Germany sneezes, the rest of Europe catches a cold. I think that's the old saying. So we'll wait and see. Philip coming in from a drizzly, damp London on Facebook. Good to see you there, Philip. Sean coming in from a chilly San Jose, California. Diffie saying it's 15 below there in Montreal. Very cold, very cold. Stu complaining about Australian passports. It's Albo's fault. Actually, I think it was before Albo got into power, Diffie, to be honest. Albo hasn't been around all that long, and the price of passports is daylight robbery or highway robbery, whatever you want to call it. Andres loves Cunei wines. Yeah, decent wines. You always get a decent drop for your buck. Roland coming in from Minnesota, Minneapolis is, Minnesota. Not Minneapolis. Maybe it's in Minnesota, but, or the other way around. 0 degrees there, Celsius, cold. Maui, what do you think of AI as an English language teaching tool? Don't know, Maui, but a lot of people using AI for many different things nowadays. Idealist, 20 years ago, we had internet back then. Yeah, we had internet back then, Diffie, and that's one of the first companies on the market back in the 2000s. Remember the 2000 tech bubble? Hi, Stu. Working, so watching on Facebook. Thanks, Alan, for that, even though it tells me that you're on YouTube here. Ahmad made it to the live session. Good to see you, Ahmad. Good to see you. What else we got going on here? Diffie thought the flannel was a Quicksilver. Might be wrong. Yeah, you are. This is just from the local shop down the road here, Diffie. No Quicksilver logo on this one. Liber is a stunning town. I think it's Yebert, maybe. I'm not sure. In the Jalón Valley in Valencia. Thanks, Gordon, for pointing that out. And Al saying, which is the best wine in Spain? Well, there we go. Which is the best wine in Spain? I've got no idea. You can spend the rest of your life trying to work out which one is the best. John's saying the white one. Maybe. And football correspondent Jimmy's in the chat. 3-1 Spain's women down. 3-1. Just getting back to that wine chat there. To be honest, it's all very subjective, isn't it? People like different things. A lot of people like expensive wines. A lot of people like mid-range wines, cheap wines, whatever suits your taste buds, I would say. So, difficult question to answer that one, Al. But we'll open it up to the community as I normally do. How does Spanish wine compare to, say, a Penfolds Grange? Well, Penfolds Grange, I haven't been lucky enough to try it, Diffie. It's been a bit out of my price range, as you can imagine. But you can find equivalent wines here in Spain for the same price, and I reckon that'd be on par with a Penfolds Grange. But again, just my opinion. Now I'm going to wrap the live stream up. We've been going for 37 minutes. Thank you very much for your viewership today, for watching the live stream. Thank you. I'll be back again on Thursday. It's a public holiday tomorrow, so a day off. Public holiday on Friday, so another day off. Viva España. Hasta luego.